We'll get started in a comfortable seat. So sit cross-legged on your mat. Reach through the crown of the head as you press your seat and feet into the mat. And close the eyes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that slow, steady breath. Keep the eyes closed. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. Bring your awareness to how you're feeling today. Notice if you're holding any tension in the body. Can you use this practice to let go of that tension? And throughout the practice, if the mind wanders, continue to bring your concentration back to your breath. Back to your inhale, back to your exhale. And try not to worry too much about getting into the perfect posture. Rather, just worry about breathing deeply throughout the practice. On your next exhale, drop your chin to your chest. And then float the right ear over to the right shoulder. Let gravity do the work. Shoulders drawing down the back. On your next exhale, bring the chin to the chest and float opposite ear over opposite shoulder. On your next exhale, release the head all the way back, looking up to the sky. And make a full circle, slowly drawing the nose down to the floor. And repeat that, drawing the nose up and around. Slowly making your way back down to the floor. And then reverse the direction. Move as slow as you need, just noticing how the neck and shoulders are feeling. And when you're ready, bring your head back to center, blink open the eyes. Rock over the knees, find yourself in a tabletop position. Your shoulders are over wrists, hips over knees. Really spread through all 10 fingertips and press into the fingertips and the knuckles so that you're not dumping weight into the wrists. Press into the tops of the feet into the mat. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So first, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, draw the heart forward. As you exhale, chin to chest, round the spine, really press your mat away from you. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Extend the right leg long, keeping the toes on the mat. Really kick back through the heel. Take the gaze to the top of your mat. As you exhale, bend the knee, come back to a neutral tabletop. Inhale, extend the left leg long, keep the toes on the mat, really flex back through the heel, open up the calf. As you exhale, come back to tabletop. This time, as you inhale, lengthen the right leg, lift the foot off the mat, but check in, make sure you didn't lift that hip too high. Keep the hips level to the mat, flex through that heel. Press through your right palm as you reach your left arm in front of you. Gaze to the top of the mat. Active core. Hold for 2 more breaths here. As you exhale, return the hand, knee, foot to the mat. Take a breath in your neutral spine. On your inhale, extend that left leg. Lift the foot off the mat. Flex that foot. Press into your left palm as you reach your right arm in front of you. Pull the belly to the spine, active core, reach through those fingertips, kick back through that heel. 1 more inhale here. As you exhale, return back to a tabletop position. Spread through all 10 fingertips. Tuck all 10 toes. And on an inhale, lift the knees just a few inches. As you exhale, return the knees to the mat. 2 more just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release them to the mat. 1 more, you got this. Inhale. Exhale, release them down. This time, take the knees wide, big toes touch. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Then walk your hands in front of you, letting your forehead draw towards your mat, child's pose. You let your hips sink deeper towards the heels. Reach the crown of the head forward. Maybe rock the head side to side. And on your next inhale, press into the palms, rock forward, extend both legs long, find yourself in a high plank. Shoulders over wrists, kick back through those heels, reach through the crown of the head. 1 more inhale. On the exhale, gently bend the knees, lift the hips, down dog. Pedal out the dog, bend one knee as you lengthen the opposite leg. Keep pressing through all 10 fingertips. Release the head and neck. On an inhale, lengthen and lift the right leg long, 3-legged dog. On your exhale, bend the knees, step the foot between the hands, drop that left knee down to the mat. And if you need more cushion for the knee, you can roll over your mat or slide a towel under the knee. You can keep those left toes tucked or untuck them and really press into the top of that foot. Start to get light on the fingertips as you draw the heart forward. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, rise up. And on your exhale, sink the hips closer to the mat. Feel the shoulders draw down the back, reach through the fingertips, press the feet into the mat, lift the gaze, lift the heart. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to frame the right foot. Start to lengthen the right leg any amount. You can keep a bend in the knee, but flex that foot, toes to the sky. Inhale, find length in the spine. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips any amount. Use each exhale to hinge forward, sinking deeper into your half split. On your next breath, start to bend the right knee, walk the hands forward, plant the left hand as you reach the right arm up to the sky, stacking right shoulder over left. Just twisting from the ribs so your hips are still pointed to the top of the mat. And if you have any tension in your neck, you can just look down at the floor. You don't have to look up to the sky. One more inhale. As you exhale, reach that right arm up to the top of the mat and place it on the inside of the right foot. Heel toe that foot to the edge of the mat, lizard pose. You can stay right here. You can tuck those left toes, lift the left knee, keep a nice active left leg, and eventually maybe coming down to the forearms. But notice what happens with your breath if you start to hold your breath or it shortens back out of the pose. Take your time, be gentle with yourself. One more breath here. Wherever you are, plant your hands. Tuck those left toes, lift the left knee. Really press into your mat as you kick that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, left leg long and back. As you exhale, bend the knees, step the foot between the hands, drop the right knee down to the mat. You can untuck those toes or keep them tucked. Start to get light on the fingertips as you draw the heart forward. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, sink into your Anjaneyasana pose. Hips closer to the mat. Feel the shoulders drawing down the back. Lift the gaze. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to frame the left foot. Start to lengthen the left leg as you walk back towards yourself. Again, you can keep a nice bend in that knee. Flex the foot, toes to the sky. Inhale, keep a nice long spine. As you exhale, hinge from the hips. Fold forward over yourself. Start to look at the shin or knee. Use each exhale to hinge forward any amount more. One more breath here. Then begin to bend the left knee as you walk the hands forward. Plant the right hand as you reach the left arm up to the sky. Left shoulder stacks over right, twisting from the ribs. Reach through those fingertips. Keep pressing the feet into the mat. One more breath. Then reach that left arm up to the top of the mat. Place it on the inside of that left foot. Heel to the left foot to the edge of the mat. Set up for lizard pose on the other side. Again, be gentle with yourself. Experiment. A couple options for you. You can tuck those right toes, lift the right knee. A nice active right leg. Eventually on your breath, coming down to the forearms. Noticing one side may be tighter than another, maybe more tension on one side. So be gentle with yourself, don't be critical. One more breath. Wherever you are, plant your hands. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, really press into the mat as you kick that left foot back, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pull the feet together. As you exhale, drop the knees. Keep all 10 toes tucked. Walk your hands back towards yourself. Let your hips slowly sit on your heels. Bring the hands to touch in front of you. Close the eyes. We don't often stretch our feet. Give them a little bit of love here, but if your feet are screaming at you, you can always untuck your toes. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. On your exhale, release the hands down. Let your hips fall to either side. Swing the feet out in front of you. Take Take a moment here. Your legs do not need to be perfectly straight. You can have a gentle bend in the knees. On your inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips. And notice if all of a sudden you start rounding your spine to try to bring your forehead down. Can you keep that length in your spine? Hinge only from the hips. And then release the hands down. Bend the knees as much as possible. Keep that nice tall spine. Use each exhale to hinge forward any amount more. Giving yourself space and time to sink into your forward fold. Two more breaths here. Can you sink in any more? On your next inhale, walk your hands up. Bend both knees. Make sure you're on your sits bones. You may need to scoot yourself forward. Working towards boat pose. So again, reaching through the crown of the head, lifting the heart forward. Notice if all of a sudden you start to round your spine and you're sitting back. Can you draw the heart up and forward? Keep that nice tall spine. As you inhale, lift one foot off the mat. And keep alternating. You can stay right here. Or you can lift both feet off the mat. But again, notice your back. Notice the spine. Keep the heart drawing upward and forward. 3 more breaths here. Maybe let the arms float away. Maybe still alternating one foot and then the other. Neither option is wrong. One more, you got this. As you exhale, release the feet to the mat. Scoot the hips forward a bit. And slowly start to make your way down to your back. See how slow you can go. And then once you're there, walk your heels a bit closer to your hips. Almost like you could tickle the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Press the soles of the feet into the mat. Make sure they're hips width distance apart. Press your hands into the mat. Keep your head and neck flat on the mat. As you inhale, lift the hips any amount. Imagine a block between your legs. So thighs energetically pulling towards one another. Active glutes. Three more breaths here. Keep a nice open airway. Make sure the chin is not tucked into the chest. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower the spine from the top to the bottom down to the mat. Take the feet as wide as the mat and imagine your knees as windshield wipers. Let them fall over to the left and up and over to the right. And keep alternating at your own pace, releasing the low back. Then float both knees into the chest. You can grab backs of thighs or shins. Just give yourself a little hug, maybe rock side to side. And on your next exhale, let both knees melt over to your left side. Turn your gaze to your right. Try to keep the left shoulder on the mat. And the right shoulder. If your shoulder's popping up, you can lower your knees and soften your twist. On your next breath, float the right knee into the chest, left knee meets it. And let them both melt over to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. Keep both shoulders on the mat. Start to deepen your breath, sinking into your supine twist. Float the left knee to the chest, right knee meets it. Reach both arms between the legs, reaching for either the shins, ankles, maybe the outsides of the feet for happy baby. Keeping the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head, flat, relaxed on the mat. Knees drawing to the outsides of the armpits. And then take any little movements here, maybe rocking side to side. Maybe bringing a smile to your face. Then hug the knees into the chest one last time. Give yourself a nice embrace. Say something positive to yourself. And on your exhale, release the legs, long feet as wide as the mat, palms face the sky. Find your final resting posture, Shavasana. And do a quick body scan, just moving your awareness from the crown of the head slowly down the body. Notice where you might be holding on to any unnecessary tension. Can you relax your jaw? Close the eyes, deepen the breath. Take a few moments relaxing here. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Rock your head side to side. Reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. Bend both knees and melt the body all the way over to one side. You can use your arm as a pillow. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly make your way back up to a comfortable seat. And once you're there, inhale, reach the arms out and up above you. As you exhale, bring your palms to touch in front of your heart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more just like that. Inhale. And let something go. Inhale. Let it go. Take a moment to recognize your effort, your commitment. I thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.